Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something really important, something that touches so many of our lives and our families, and that's managing our kidney health. But we're not just going to talk about medicines. We're going to talk about the food right on our plates, right here in Nigeria. Think of this as your personal guide to using our own local foods to protect your body and live a much fuller, healthier life. So, let's get right into it. To really understand why this matters so much, let's start with a story that might sound a little familiar. This is Mr. Cora. He's a businessman, and he was just feeling tired. You know that feeling? Just not quite himself. It's something a lot of us might just brush off, but for him, it led to a diagnosis of chronic kidney disease. His story is such a powerful reminder that this isn't just a number or a statistic. It affects real people, our neighbors, our parents, maybe even us. So Mr. Cora's story really shows us the personal side of this, doesn't it? Now, let's zoom out a bit and try to understand the scale of the problem and what's actually happening inside our bodies. You see, kidney disease is often called a silent challenge, and that's exactly why knowledge is our first and honestly our most powerful tool for taking back control. Just take a moment and look at this number, 25 million. Wow. That's the estimate for how many Nigerians are living with some form of kidney disease right now. It's a huge figure, and it tells us something really, really important. This is not some rare illness. It is a major health challenge for our country. And it means that if you or someone you love is facing this, you are truly not alone. So, what is chronic kidney disease, or CKD, exactly? Well, think of your kidneys as your body's own expert filter system. They work day and night to clean your blood. With CKD, that system slowly and very often silently starts to get clogged up. It begins to lose its ability to do its job properly. And that's the really tricky part. You might not feel that anything is wrong until the damage is already quite advanced. This is why being proactive, especially with your diet, is one of the most powerful things you can possibly do. Okay, now that we understand the challenge, let's talk about the solution. And you know what? It starts right here, on your plate. For so many of us, the word diet just sounds like restriction, all the things you can't have. But we really need to change that way of thinking. When it comes to your kidneys, your food is not your enemy. It is your most powerful ally. And listen, don't just take my word for it. This is a medical fact. Experts like Dr. Carrie Willis call diet a cornerstone in managing this condition. A cornerstone. Think about that. That means what you choose to eat every single day is one of the most direct ways you have to ease the workload on your kidneys and actively help your body. So what are the real, actual benefits of doing this? Well, it's all right here. We're talking about lowering your blood pressure, reducing that uncomfortable swelling or fluid buildup that some people get, and protecting yourself from really serious complications that can affect your bones and your heart. So you see, this isn't just about managing one organ. It's about supporting your total, overall body health. Okay, now we get to the really practical part. How do we actually do this? In this next section, we're going to walk through some simple, very clear rules that can make a huge difference to your health. Let's call them your new food rules. Rule number 1, we need to go easy on protein. Now, protein is good, it builds muscle, but when our body breaks it down, it creates waste. And it's your kidney's job to filter all that waste out. So if you eat too much protein, you're basically making your kidneys work overtime when they're already tired. The goal here is balance. You can still enjoy your chicken, your fish, your eggs, but just in smaller portions. It's not about cutting it out completely. It's about giving your kidneys a much-needed break. Salt. We have to talk about this one, especially here in Nigeria. Those stock cubes we love so much, they're in almost every pot, aren't they? But they are packed with sodium, which is very, very hard on the kidneys. So here's the key. We need to make a swap. Instead of reaching for that stock cube, let's build our flavor with fresh ginger and garlic, beautiful scent leaf and thyme, or even our own traditional seasonings like yiru or ogiri. Trust me, you can get all that amazing flavor just without the strain on your body. Next up is potassium. You see, healthy kidneys are great at keeping your potassium levels perfectly balanced. But when they're not working so well, potassium can build up in your blood, and that can actually be very dangerous for your heart. So this chart here makes it simple. We need to limit the foods that are high in potassium, things like bananas, oranges, and ripe plantains. And instead, we should be reaching for wonderful, safer options like apples, cucumbers, and cabbage. And our last food rule is all about phosphorus. Just like potassium, damaged kidneys can't remove it very well. And when phosphorus builds up, it can start to pull calcium from your bones, which makes them weak. So we need to be really careful with things like crayfish, organ meats, and those dark soft drinks. Instead, let's fill our plates with fresh fish, skinless chicken, and plenty of fresh vegetables. It's a swap that's both healthy and delicious. Okay, so seeing a list of rules is one thing. But what does this actually look like on a plate? Let's walk through a sample day, just to show you that eating for your kidneys can still be familiar, it can still be tasty, and it can still be truly Nigerian. Just look at this, a full day of delicious food. For breakfast, maybe a light veggie omelet using just the egg whites with some boiled yam. For lunch, yes, you can still enjoy a goosey. You just have to prepare it smartly, right? With less crayfish and less salt, served with some white rice. And for dinner, a lovely warming chicken pepper soup. You see, this isn't about eating strange foreign food. It's about cooking our food, but in a new, healthier way. So how do we prepare these meals? Well, it's all about the technique. Cooking from scratch gives you complete control over everything you put in the pot. It's better to steam or boil instead of frying. And here is a brilliant tip for all of us who love our yams. You can actually lower their potassium content just by soaking them in water first, throwing that water away, and then boiling them. It's a simple little trick that makes a really big difference. Now, for the big one, the question I know is on everyone's mind. What about our beloved swallows? Fufu, eba, this is such an important part of our culture, and the thought of giving it up can be really worrying. So, let's tackle this one head on. And the answer, thankfully, is yes. You can still enjoy your swallow. This whole journey is about being smart. It's not about total deprivation. The key, really, is moderation. Have your fufu or iba, but just pay attention to the portion size. And most importantly, make sure that beautiful soup you're eating it with is made the kidney-friendly way, full of amazing flavor from herbs and spices, not from salt and stock cubes. As we start to wrap up now, let's just bring all these ideas together, because this journey, it's about so much more than just a list of foods to avoid. This is a complete path to wellness. It's about you actively protecting your health for many, many years to come. Because food is just one piece of the puzzle, right? Gentle exercise, maybe a daily walk, is so important. Managing your stress matters a lot. And of course, it is absolutely vital that you take your prescribed medications and stay in close contact with your doctor or a dietitian who can give you personal advice. So if you take away just one thing from our time together today, please let it be this. This is not a punishment. This is protection. Every healthy food choice you make is an act of self-care. It's you powerfully protecting your own body and protecting your future. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Be well.